Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. And we are still here in Southwark, guys. We have the Ghoul Digger's quest to take care of, and we'll be heading that way up here in a few. But first, there's a roundabout path here directly south, like it's the very southern point of the map, and I figure we can go ahead and check that out first. Also, it's kind of strange that in this kind of vacant lot between buildings, there is a candle just hanging out. That's a bit strange. But I don't think we can actually pick it up or anything, and we don't want to set our nifty coat on fire. So let's just head this way. Now, this was the scaffolding that we saw when we were up on that catwalk near the foundry. And this looks like a sewer pipe. Ew. Well, that usually works out so well for us. Let's go ahead and give it a go. And this looks like it's going to be pretty close quarters. Put on Vampyro vision. Just to see if there's anything. We can get rid of all this. Not very often we have our way blocked like this. Maybe we'll get some lore. Or something. Nope. Just a shortcut. That's very strange. Did we just avoid a fight or something? Still don't see anyone. And is this right where we were? That's strange. Hold on. Let's... Wait, did we run through this before? Was this something earlier in the game that I... No? Then we wouldn't have been able to slice and dice our way through those boxes. Now I'm all kinds of confuzzled. Maybe I need to be looking up. Oh. Hello there, Skull. Is there a way to teleport? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, actually, I think we did run through this before at the beginning of the game. I'd have to look back at the first episode just to kind of remember. That's kind of cool, just going through old pathways. And looks like there's really nowhere to go. Can't slice this way. I'm trying to remember where we actually embraced Mary, because that would be kind of a creepy place to revisit. It'd be over here at the docks, though, if memory served. And I hear a howl. Oh wow, this area is actually drained. Shillings. Oh, someone was trying to make a home here. And aluminum powder. So we had a lot of boats stocked here. Heavy duty water masters. Was this a shortcut I could have taken? Did I go the long way? I did. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good to know. You see the water on the map and you assume that you're not going to be able to go through it. Well, that shows me.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary.
This is where it all went down. Lots of bodies covered. At least they're not skulls. Bullets. Where is everyone? Aluminum shard. I'm always worried that we're going to miss a piece of lore. Like searching for documents. Wow. Hells bells. That's a pretty significant body count, I have to say. Can we go up there? No. Car's in the way. Can't go along this direction. Do we actually have to go down into the bodies? I don't think it's going to let us.
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
Oh, neat. Hello, boys. About your last message concerning your mission to loot corpses in Southwark. I'll only say it once. Deal with it. And be glad I don't report your protest to Edwina. She might go there herself to cut your balls off. A little bird also told me you made a few jokes about what I saw by the pier. So now I'm just a loony scared by his own shadow, or a nutcase who mumbles and trembles like an old woman about ghost stories? Good. I like it when my boys are happy. Be assured that nutcase will come to piss on your bloody carcasses after the fucking monster I saw has sucked your brains out. Enjoy the following nights, fellows. I heard they'll be foggy and rainy. Booth D. So angry. Choose what to tell Edwina Cox. Hide the truth or report the death of the gravediggers. Well, he's a bit vindictive. Is that pretty much it? I guess so. I thought that we were actually going to have to fight these guys. Not the case. Well, that's alright for us. That means we can go ahead and get out of here, because I think that is pretty much everything here in Southwark. We'll just drop down here and make our way back. And do we have any kind of, like, in terms of our quests, let's see, tasks, details. Edwina Cox, merchant and want-to-be crime lord of the East End docks, bluntly asked me if I would take advantage of my position in the medical profession to access the forbidden area of Southwark. She wants me to scold some grave diggers who have not sent their weekly share of trinkets and money they stole from the dead. I wonder if I should go back there and explain myself to those criminals that what they do is very, very wrong. I see no reason why we can't just report the truth. There may be trouble in paradise between Edwina and the other guy. There's a lot of rats. We can actually hear their heartbeat. It's kind of creepy. Now, leaving Southwark seems that it's going to be a lot easier than heading back. So, huzzah for that. And the docks will be right nearby. And we'll be able to go ahead and drop those off, and I guess go to Lady Ashbury's mansion. Because I have no idea how we get the other Braille pages for Swanborough. That'd be kind of cool, gathering pages of a Grail diary. And we'll just skip here. I think this is where we first were starting to learn how to teleport like that. I guess now we can authorize running procedures. I hate it when we run by rats and... Ooh. Shillings. And he draws his weapon because I think that we were about to get into a significant fight. Oh, we also have the quest for this guy. We have to try and find... Let's go ahead and track his quest while we're at it. You have a cold. And that's just somewhere around here that we have to find. Well, first thing is... Oh, there we got another guy. Hello.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Is he an albino? I don't think so. Because people with albinoism they do historically have a stigma that people avoided them, which is a shame. But let's try and figure this out.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Okay, is that it? And the fact that you went grey early in life?
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Interesting.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Stella Fishburne. And that is the other person we haven't met.
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
Well, I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he's better.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
Treatment for anemia.
I'll see you later. So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Okay, so he was just a young guy, probably through the stress of his situation. He's gone gray early, or just very, very blonde. Like Targaryen blonde. So where is... Oh, Hello, Stella.
Lived in worse.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reid. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Reminds me a little bit of Kilgrave
I'm
from
not sure the
Jessica
epidemic
Jones,
is what worries
the Purple
people
Man.
most these days.
Alright, well, we will talk to you here in a second. First, we've got to raid your house. Lead plate and a lead stick. Okay. And is that cage...
I can't remember the last time.
There's no bird in the cage.
I've been nothing but worry.
Are you cooking the bird? Are things that desperate? Probably. Locked. Well, this is definitely a nice home. Oh, more bird cages.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
So there's a bed for two, meaning she was probably married at one point.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
That's reasonable.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
She seems nice.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Ew.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Well, she's positively saintly compared to a lot of people we've met here at the docks. So far, at least. Hint required. Yeah, we'll probably find out more about her.
Mrs. Fishburne, are you in need of any medical assistance?
I am fine for now, least in body. Thank you for your concern, Dr. Reid.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
So right now we need a cold remedy and anemia.
Please don't stay too
All
long.
these whispers of monsters got folk gossiping and scared.
Yeah, and they're all just
People that
right next to
fear,
each other, too.
Flesh and blood.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Now, did we have anything unlocked for you? Negative.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
We gotta find your, item. That's hiding somewhere here.
Some call this the bad part of town. I've lived it worse.
Need to double check the areas up. Because I might be able to teleport into some of these buildings that way. Or just take the long route, like so. Grease. No doors to open. You figured they'd be grabbing all of these shillings. That's kind of creepy. That are just all over the place. Now, are we close to the people we need to talk to? Oh, here's Dyson.
Good evening, Mr. Delany.
What? Ah, you're that doctor.
And let's do it.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delany. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
Oh, wow.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
You made a terrible mistake. I think he's aware of that.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
Wow. Well, we definitely understand why he's the way he is.
Goodbye, Mr. Delany.
Now for 1,000 XP. You know the story. Now then, let us go ahead and travel. I think yeah, they're hanging out in the western docks. Are they? I keep on forgetting, like, where's where. Edwina. And let's track that. Okay, she's hanging out here. Like, they're near the entrance itself. Because I think he's over here shooting some guns.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
This girl and her pre-principles.
There we
Got
go.
no idea who she's dealing with.
Now, before we talk to her, let's go ahead and have a chat with him.
Like a fool. You again. What do you want?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are.
I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
That could have been, old Bridget, probably.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't a human. Not human at all.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Been a while.
And 4,000 XP there for Booth. Now then.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reid. What do you want?
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Gotcha. Okay, well...
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reid. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
Nowhere to be found. The gravediggers are dead. Let's just go ahead and tell her the truth.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot boys thank you for your help.
50 shillings.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
And let's go ahead and grab... Man, good handle parts for 72. What are you doing? But we need them. So... grab those. And that looks good. And while we are
Without the Wet
nearby...
Boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely amok.
Let's go ahead and get our cold and anemia remedies. And also upgrade, potentially. Was it 2 or 3? Crap. It was 3. Treatment for fatigue, treatment for the cold. Where's the anemia? There you are. Migraine, bronchitis, headache. All the remedies are represented here. Refill all.
Foolish girl and her pretty principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and deal out the remedies to those two, and I think we should be able to call it an episode. Strange that we didn't run into any hunters or anything along the way. Should take that as kind of a blessing, though. Stella's in good shape. Rufus!
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reid.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me.
Uh-huh.
That's a first. I feel like a real person.
Well, here's a real remedy.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Got 50 XP for that. Oh, look at her cleaning the windows. And Fishburne is over here.
Hatred. A wave of bit.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
Kind of looks a little bit like the Ninth Doctor.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reid? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
You're not wrong.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Alright, good deal, guys. Well, we have dealt out some... Actually, we've met the rest of the denizens of the docks. We've dealt out some remedies, turned in some quests, and we found out the truth about Tyson Delany, which, that's definitely tragic in multiple ways. But we will go ahead and end it here, and we will pick it up next time, hopefully to track down the item that we need to find here, and then going to see Lady Ashbury. If you guys liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.